Three of us are returning after attending a wedding ceremony of an office colleague. Three of us mean me, Ratan, and Su Sovin on the one hand were such great friends. On the other hand, there are many differences of opinion between us. Whenever we three sit together, we start to argue on various topics, especially Ratan and Su Sovin. Ratan is an atheist. He wants to verify every inch of the world with rationalism, and Susuvin is very poison man. We got up in the empty compartment. Sovin said, "Look, this is called luck. Do you understand how rough and then was beginning of the debate? Good luck, bad luck." Then the discussion went to astrology. Ratan is dismissing everything as a hoax and superstitions, and Su Chauvin is making a counter statement, such which astrologer made predictions in which country and in which year. Extra Ratan is trying to refute all the details with all the sharp arguments, and me, I am trying to spot them both sometime. I am shaking my head off Ratan and sometimes pursue Sovin in today's debate. Rathlin is in win-win situation. He said, "Listen, to this day, no one has been able to speak accurately about the future. Everything that seems to have matched in a loose assumptions. The whole thing is clearly wrapped up. It could be X or it could be Y. That's the technique of explaining everything. People who have faith in astrologers are impressed by those rules. That's how it's work." So you are saying the future cannot be predicted? Just then a man speaks up from the other side of the compartment. The three of us looked backward and measured the man from head to toe. The man is sitting with his body covered with a grey black sheet. His face is filled with a white beard. The age is not definite, but it must be around 60. He has a dirty bag with him. At first glance, it's not strange to think that he's a bag bound on crazy. The man put the sheet aside that came toward Ratan, said in slightly diagonal manner, "What do you think in the future we predicted?" Yes, yes, Shakespeare said, "Many things happen in this universe that are beyond our comprehensive. We know all these things. I want to hear from you. What's your opinion?" The man started at rather than for a moment, then he smiled a little. "To be honest, there is no one thing is this bag that I can show you, and after the you that you might change your mind." So Suvin seemed very excited. "Are you as astrologer?" "No, I am just an ordinary guy. I can show you something that I learned by the grace of my guru if you wish to see." "Oh, okay. So now you will bring out a skull and tell us the future using that skull, right?" "Oh, no, it's not like that. I can only draw. I can draw a little bit. I don't get it. What to draw the future? I can draw the future. I can draw any man's future portrait. I can show you the picture of the age you want to see." Everyone is silent. Then Yu Chon said, "Very interesting." "Oh, ah, interesting. This is a new kind of cunning, all bogus." I stopped rapping and looked at the man. He picked up his bag. He said there was something in the bag. You have drawing tools in the bag. The tools are nothing more than a drawing pad and a pencil. My guru gave me that as a gift. Who is your guru, by the way? The man who could give such a powerful gift, he must be a world famous guy. And you also, this learning is not for money or fame, but it allowed to show the disbelievers. And speaking of my guru, you will not recognize him. He lived a solitary life away from the locality. The train was crossing a bridge. Cold wind was blowing in the soft lighting. There's creepy atmosphere in the train compartment, and the word coming out of the man gave me a shiver. He is saying that he can draw a portrait of the future. How is that possible? How do you draw this portrait? And you see those images. The man shock his head. Man means, yeah, yes, this picture floats. When I closed my eye and touched the pencil on the pad, I can draw it immediately. Then draw a portrait of one of us. Okay. Okay, draw mine now. Would I like at the age of 60 to 70? Doesn't work like that. You have to write on this pad any future time, year, date, even house and minutes. Eternity is eternal. Specify a point. The man took out a pad and a pencil and proceeded to word the shown, but the calculation in his mind. He wrote on the top of the pad 20th of August, which means he will be 76-year old, and then write more such hours and minutes. Suyu Selvin looked at us and smiled a little. Then wrote at 9:15 p.m. He will just draw up a random picture. I was looking at the man from the beginning. The man gently touches the pencil on the pad and stretches at shoes of it, and then slowly the two eyelids are coming down. Eyes if he is hypnotized and falling asleep. Surprisingly, the man started to draw on the pad. Closed. How long did it take? Not even a minute. The man opens his eyes. He extended the part towards Soswin. The three of us leaned over. There's a picture of an old man. His bald wrinkles all over the face like a spider's web. It glasses on the eyes. I don't know much about painting, but I have to say that the man is very good at it. Only a few strokes of the strong lines. I brought the picture to life, but the question is this really Su Chauvin? How can you prove that he would look like that in the picture? Further, there are no signs of truth decay at. Granted that such a dried fruit, he might get fat at that time. I also have the same suspicions, but it's not possible to prove the accuracy of this picture at the moment. Well, I have to wait 40 years to prove whether it really matches or not. No, we don't have to wait 40 years. What he draws is 100% accurate. Oh, I see you have a vision of the future now. Listen, I saw my grandfather. He died 7 years ago. Everyone says I look exactly like him. I saw a picture of his young age. He looks exactly the same as me. He also had dense hair on his head. That died at the age of 78. I don't believe it. You want to put me down? That's why you are making up such stories. No, 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 not at all. Believe me. I can take you to my uncle's house and show you the picture. No, I want to decide it now. Rather John Titan, he turned to me and said, let him draw a portrait. I know you will be honest about it. Me, I mean the way. Radman said, I had no choice but to hesitate and write the same date on a right page of the paid sushi oven. If Owen and I are the same age, so I will set would look like him at the age of 75 to 76. Let's see how the pictures looks like. The man closed his eyes, but this time the pencil did not move. There was not a single strain on the white paper. I looked at the man with cautionary eyes. The man looked at me for the 2 3 seconds and slowly shook his head. I left and right. What's wrong? It's a blank. No pictures of the age can be seen. Why can't the pictures be seen? The man waved his head. No answer, Ratan said with a poisonous smile. That means you don't dare to face it anymore. No, hold on a second. Do you mean I will not live to that age? That's why you didn't see the pictures. See, yes? Wow, excellent. Now we are talking. All right, let's reduce the date to 2 or 5 years. You will definitely see a picture for sure. Also, we can find out when he will die through 5 to 7 times, and you will get an accurate results. Am I right? The man raised his head and looked at Ratan, then said, you are wrong. I can only draw a picture of man once. I can't do it a second time. Really? And draw a portrait of mine. Give me the page. I am writing down the time, month, and date. The man pushed the page forward and wrote on the page on 26th of June 2020. Rather, hey, you have to write a time in the future. This to this date. Wait, brother Ratan smiled. Then he looked at this his watch. 10:50 for 10:45 p.m. 11 o'clock at night. Now let's see what I would like after 15 minutes. No more guessing before we get off the train. It will prove that you are lying or not. The man looked at Rafter, then B closes his eye and almost immediately opened his eyes. The pencil did not move a bit. My heart was pounding. So Chauvin made a faint scream and Ravan stood up. He's shaking. What do you mean? I I couldn't see the picture. What I mean? I didn't get to see the picture. What do you want to say? I will die after 15 minutes? I'm not saying anything, but if the picture does not appear on the paper, that it means yes. Alright, I will get off to the next station. I'm sorry for bothering you all. Know you all have to resolve it. You have to admit that you are a fraud. You were trying to deceive us by telling lie, weren't us? And fight tightening and his forehead veins swelled. The man went to door and stood there. The train is crossing another bridge. The compartment is shaking, lights are fading, wrath and gritted his teeth. See how the thief is trying to escape. The man looked up in the rumble. We heard him say, 15 minutes is not over at. Oh, so you are not done. Wait. I will teach you a good lesson, Ratan. Angry roar and went toward the man. He was about to punch on guys, but the man moved away from the door and Ratan. We saw him stumble on an iron that was high on the floor and boil through a door. And just then the train shook violently, and at the same time the light went out a screen for a second process and slowly blew into the air. We sat motionless. The bridge ends. The train is running on the hard ground. Lights come back. There's no one at the door, neither Radan or nor the man. It's just the wind. The train is running fast. I looked into my watch. It's 11 o'clock at night.